My name is Michael Irvin, and I'm just out here enjoying the day at Lake Redman. It's a local lake that's right here in York County. I can't remember how big it is, but there's a reservoir, and just a really great time. You can take canoes out on it, you can do paddle boats, you can do paddle boarding, all kinds of fun stuff. No swimming, but you can fish out there. So just a really beautiful area to get out of the town and the city and enjoy nature.
Every community has a place where life slows down, a place where the rush of everyday routines gives way to quiet reflection, where generations gather not because they have to, but because something about the landscape calls them back. For York County, Pennsylvania, that place is Lake Redman. At first glance, it is easy to see only the beauty, nearly 300 acres of shimmering water surrounded by forests, winding trails, and rolling hills. But beneath its calm surface lies a story that reaches far beyond recreation, a story of resilience, foresight, and the people who understood that protecting tomorrow sometimes begins with preparing today. Standing along the shoreline, it's difficult to imagine that this peaceful reservoir was born from one of the most challenging moments in York County's history. In the 1960s, a severe drought hit York, Pennsylvania. The drought was so severe that there was severe water shortage. Using his personal resources, the person who was mayor at that time organized for a reputable rainmaker to come from Oklahoma to come and make rain here in York, Pennsylvania. It is said that it rained a day before the rainmaker arrived. It also rained on the day the rainmaker arrived and a day after the rainmaker arrived. The mayor said that the rainmaker was so effective such that it rained on these occasions. But that trip ended in controversy after local newspapers reported that this reputable rainmaker failed to make rain in Texas. However, something good came out of this controversy, and that is Lake Redman, where we are standing today. My name is Bonventure, and this is Journey Through America here on Moving Pictures Kenya. Today, I want to tell you the story of this lake in York, Pennsylvania. Lake Redman isn't a natural lake. It was created with purpose, a purpose that continues to sustain the community every single day. In the late 1960s, York County faced what many still remember as the drought of record. Streams shrank, reservoirs fell, communities began asking difficult questions. Would there be enough water for a growing population? Local leaders realized they could not rely on hope alone. They needed a solution. The solution became Lake Redman. Constructed as part of York County's expanding water system, the reservoir was designed not simply to collect rainwater, but to secure the region's future. Named after John Redman, a long leader of the York Water Company, the lake became an investment in generations yet to come. Today, millions of gallons of water pass quietly through this reservoir on their journey to homes, schools, hospitals, and businesses across the county. Most residents never think about that journey, but it begins here. When I think about the Rainmaker story, I remember about the Rainmakers of Western Kenya. In my own community, the Abaluya people of Western Kenya, there is one particular reputable clan. They are called Abathunga. They are so effective such that they can make the rain rain, they can also make the rain not to rain. I've lived in York, Pennsylvania for the past 4 years, almost 4 years, but I can tell you one thing for sure. I have never experienced water shortage.
I think we have a pretty good watershed. The Susquehanna River runs right between York County and Lancaster County, makes its way down into the Chesapeake Bay. So we have a lot of good water sources here, so I don't think we're in any sort of danger. It's easy to take clean water for granted.
until it's gone. Lake Redman reminds us that every drop has a story. Yet, Lake Redman isn't defined solely by what it gives. It's equally treasured for what it offers. Peace, adventure, connection.
Somebody had told me to be aware of snakes in this area, so that's why I'm walking cautiously.
Every weekend, long before the sun rises above the trees, anglers quietly prepare their boats. Some come searching for large-mouth bass. Others hope for maskulenge or striped bass. Many simply come for the silence.
The story of Lake Redman reminds me of the year 2002 when Mwai Kibaki was Kenyan president. At that time, the government had an ambitious project of developing a water dam in Kiserian. Kiserian is on the outskirts of Nairobi. That would have solved the problem of water in Nairobi. I'm not sure whether that dam was eventually constructed, but that was a very noble idea.
Like Pennsylvania itself, Lake Redman changes with every season. Spring awakens the forest with vibrant green. Summer fills the lake with paddlers and families. Autumn paints the hillsides with brilliant shades of crimson and gold. Winter brings a quiet few places can match.
I would say it is during the summertime, but probably not today with the humidity over 100. There was not many people out today, but I'd say this is a very popular time, especially in the fall too, when the leaves are changing. That's a real beautiful time too.
The lake never looks quite the same twice, yet somehow it always feels familiar.
I think for those who love fishing, this is one of the spots where they come and set up their fishing line here in order to be able to fish.
Long before hiking trails and fishing boats arrived, this landscape belonged to wildlife. Today, Lake Redman remains one of York County's richest natural habitats. Every creature plays a role in an ecosystem that depends on clean water and protected habitat. For many visitors, spotting wildlife becomes the day's greatest reward, not because it was planned, but because nature rarely follows a schedule. Places like Lake Redman remind us that the value of a reservoir can't be measured only by the gallons of water it stores. Its true value is found in moments like this: a child's first fish, a family's afternoon picnic, a quiet walk beneath the towering trees, a bald eagle soaring overhead. These are the memories that transform a reservoir into something much more greater. These are the memories that transform a reservoir into something much greater. It becomes part of a community's identity. My visit to Lake Redman was enjoyable, but I'll return again to discover how the people of York County continue to protect this remarkable place, balancing recreation, conservation, and the responsibility of preserving the water for future generations. Because some lakes simply hold water, Lake Redman holds a community together. My name is Bonventure, and this is Moving Pictures Kenya, connecting people, inspiring Africa.